Sometimes the truth hurts, but you need to hear this.
A lot of women are so obsessed because we're narcissistic. It's not even your fault. You will sit there with a man on a date. I traveled the world. I've been so many places. I love new experiences. And yeah, I've done this and I've done that. And da-da-da. And the man's just sitting there the entire time going, you've done everything. What the is the point of you then? He wants to be like, you haven't seen anything. Me, with my meager income, can still show you things you have not seen. That allows me to feel like a king at least. The world doesn't see me like a king. I'm not a king to anyone, but I'm a king to you. I'm a king to you. So now I'm obsessed with you because you're the only avenue I have on this entire planet to feeling how I want to feel. That's how you get a man fucking in love with you.
Gain and Maintain says, watching this is like watching a professor of a college explain a lesson to a kindergarten. You are grown adults, ladies. How's this possible, Andrew? Seen this now 4,000 times on FNF.
I can answer this. I can answer this. Let me answer this. Are very blessed. And God has given you a superpower. And the superpower, thank you, is your sexuality.
Yep.
And there's always going to be some man who wants to take you on a date at some time. It really doesn't matter even how ugly you get. The quality of the man will go down, but there'll be some dude somewhere, even if you don't like him back, who wants to take you on a date.
Yeah.
And because of that, you always have some man around who's prepared to fix your problems to some degree. And that allows you to live in a fantasy land.
Yeah.
You get to go through life understanding none of the realities of how the world really works. And when I sit here and try and explain them to you, you can sit and just deny them all and say, no, that's not true. The sky is actually green. It's not blue, it's green. And you can go outside and find some to take you to Starbucks and sit there and have a carrot cake. And you can say, I think the sky is green. I believe in star signs. I think the sky is green and everyone thinks it's blue, but I think it's green. And some asshole is going to go, yeah, it is green, babe. And you get to live in this dream world. And when reality appears, for example, violence or a negative situation, you just call a man on the phone, call the police, and a man comes. You all live in a dream. Men don't get to live in a dream because men are in constant and endless competition with each other because we already talked about how men need money and it's the scoreboard of life. So if I'm trying to win the game of money, I need to understand the rules of the game. You get good at chess by understanding how the pieces move. I need to be as realistic as possible all of the time so I can be as competent as possible to win. You don't have to do any of that. So we understand the real world. Most go through life living in a complete fantasy land, not understanding anything. And when you tell them the truth, they don't want to hear it. The truth of the world is this. You shouldn't be having sex with a man you don't want to have kids with. You shouldn't be wanting to have kids with a man who ain't got any fucking money. So you should want a man who makes enough money to provide for you when you have the children. And you should be optimizing to get that man and have the children as soon as possible because every year you wait to have them is a year you don't get with them when they're older. Everything else you are doing is a waste of time. The social media that's giving you dopamine is a waste of time. All the studying you're doing to try and make money, you don't need that. Men have money. All the men have money. Every man has fucking money. Waste of time. You need to optimize for the number one thing you are good at, which is children. It saves society, and most importantly, it saves you. It saves your heart, it saves your soul, it saves your mind. That's what you should be doing.
So
That's
what's
the
your
truth.
advice? What's your advice to find a rich man?
It's not just a rich man. I mean, it is a rich man.
A good man.
It is a rich man, but a good man. The number one way to meet good people, let's remove the gender from the argument. The number one way to meet good people is to do what? Be a good person.
Yeah.
If you're a good person, you meet good people.
Amen.
So that is extremely important. If you're going to meet a man and insist on listening to all the feminist that your friends are putting in your ear, all the that you're watching on Netflix, all the crap you're seeing on TikTok, if you insist on going to the club because you don't listen to no man, if you're going to be a piece of shit chick, guess what kind of dude you're going to end up with? I guarantee any of you here, despite all of your pasts or what you've done, whether they're good, bad, empty, full, none of it matters. If the next time you meet a man, you are humble, you're not bragging about shit you already did, if you allow him to feel like he can show you the world, if you show him respect, if you sit there and text him good morning every morning and good night every night, if you're nice to him, if you're his piece, I guarantee you're going to find good men. It's really not that hard because men don't want that much. We want to feel respected. We want to feel like our hard work is appreciated. We want a woman who ain't going to no one else. That's it. It ain't that difficult to get a man and keep him. It really isn't. And the fact that you're fucking that up means somehow you it up. It really, because it's not hard to get a man and be good to him and him go, men, let me ask you a question. Have you noticed that men don't really break up with leave men?
Yeah.
Men, even if you piss us off, we'll reply less. We may cheat, we may see you less, but we never really say you block forever. We always keep you. It's really hard to lose a dude. It's fun. We tried to the end. We're like, I've spent so much money on this. She's annoying me. I've spent so much. Let me just ride it out. It's hard to lose a guy. How the are you losing a guy, bro?
Yeah,
And every day we go through war. We wake up. We go out there into the world. We try and make money. We suffer all the stress of that. We deal with the legal cases. We deal with our ops wanting to shoot us. We deal with all this shit. And you know what we do at the end of the day? We scroll up and down our phone and see which one who is being nice to us. That's it. Not the one who gives the fuck go. Not the one who's best of best. We just scroll up and down and go, which one's being nice? Well, she's nagging. She's nagging. She's nagging. She's being nice to me.
Yeah.
And we go to the nice place because our lives aren't nice. It's actually very easy to keep a man happy.
Yeah.
But you're not interested in keeping a man happy because you believe that you shouldn't have to keep a man happy. A man should only have to keep you happy. Men aren't people. Men don't matter. Men have no feelings. A man should give me everything I want all of the time, and I have no obligation to him in any regard. And if you go through life that way, you're a bad person, which means you're going to meet bad men. If you start being a good person, you'll meet good men. Good men are everywhere. They're everywhere. There are men out there desperate to have families every day of the week. It's women who don't want kids. It's women who want men. Men want kids. Every man wants a son. Every single one.
Facts.
So it's actually very easy to find a good man. Actually.
Yeah.
But you have to also, and there's another thing, I'm giving you advice. I'm giving you girls advice, genuinely. If you want to be a professional at anything, you have to analyze the rules of the game. If I'm going to play chess, I have to know how the chessboard works. You have to understand what men find attractive. Most women have never stopped and considered for a second, what do men even find attractive? What do men even like? Okay, you understand the makeup. You understand the looks, but what about personality?
Intelligence.
No, but what about personality?
They don't care about intelligence. My personality is my favorite part about myself.
Okay, but when I was explaining that men want to be your vessel to the world, that never crossed your mind. If you, let me give you some advice. If you get in a man's car, and it's a BMW, it's a BMW. It's not a Lambo. It's not a Bugatti. It's a BMW.
Yep.
Just be like, wow, this is a really nice car. I haven't been in a car like this before. I guarantee he'd be blowing up your phone because you know what every other says when she gets in there? My ex had a Lambo.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, so I'm inferior to your ex. I just picked you up on day one, and now I'm second place to some guy who already your Why am I here then? Why am I here? Why don't you get the fuck out? You know what? Every time I picked up a bitch, sorry, I don't want to be misogynistic. My judge is a woman. Every time I picked up a I would take my McLaren. And I would take my McLaren specifically because the handle's on the top and the doors open up. And I would park outside her house and I would sit on my phone and ignore her for a few seconds as she came up to the door to see if she knew how to open. If she knew how to bust open that McLaren door, I was like, nah, dropping her off quick. When she was like, oh, help, I'm confused. I'm like, all right, okay. She ain't been in one of these. So I let her in. Because I don't want a girl who's been in some other dude's McLaren. I want to show her the world. That's the point.
Yeah.
So a lot of women also are so obsessed because they're narcissistic, as we described earlier, because society and your biology has evolved you to be narcissistic. It's not even your fault. You will sit there with a man on a date. Yeah, and I traveled the world. I've been so many places. I love new experiences. And yeah, I've done this and I've done that. And da-da-da. And the man's just sitting there the entire time going, you've done everything. What the is the point of you then? He wants to be like, you haven't seen anything. Me, with my meager income, with my meager basic normal income, can still show you things you have not seen. That allows me to feel like a king at least. The world doesn't see me like a king because I'm not a billionaire. My peers don't see me as a king because I got a normal job. All the kids on TikTok have Lambos. I'm just a normal dude with a BMW. I'm not a king to anyone, but I'm a king to you. I'm a king to you. So now I'm obsessed with you because you're the only avenue I have on this entire planet to feeling how I want to feel. That's how you get a man in love with you. But most don't even sit and think, what do men find attractive? You know why? Because we don't give a I don't give a shit what men find attractive. I don't give a shit what's going to make a man obsessed with me because I can get pounded by some jerk or some jackass anytime I want. So I believe I'm desirable. Going to the club and getting silly by a guy who barely remembers your name doesn't mean you're desirable. You're desirable when a man takes you out of that, away from that trash, protects you, provides for you, cares for you, educates you, puts you in a house, gives you children. That's when you're desirable. You're not desirable because a man f***s you. Men don't f*** anything.
Yep.
You have to sit there and go, if I'm truly desirable, what's a man actually giving me that detriments him? That's when you're desirable. And that's how you're going to get a good man. You girls need to think and understand the reality of the world because truthfully, in this up world as a woman, it is so easy to win.